Hey, Scott here, Scotty's Animals. I'm back at the Yucca Valley Animal Shelter. They just gave me a call about a bonded pair of guinea pig boys, and I'm so full right now, but I've worked really hard to develop this relationship with the local animal shelter, and I just don't want to leave any piggies behind. And actually, I have a 2x4 cavy cage set up that I've been meaning to check out, so I'll be able to set that up and put them in it. So I'm going to pick up these boys right now, and we'll get to know them and we'll get them settled at home. All right, well, this is Peppa, and this is Pancakes, and maybe they need some new names, but they seem very friendly, and it seems like they were handled by children. They're in this little tiny cage, and the bedding, it's time for the bedding to be changed. And we're going to get them in a new Cavy Cages 2x4. I'll be excited to set that up and try it out. They have a number of really cool cage setups on their website that I checked out, but I just have a simple 2x4. So let's get them home. I'm sure they don't like hearing these dogs barking. So let's go. Let's get the AC cranking. So I just made it home with these two boys, and we're gonna set up a cavy cage. This is a 2x4 cavy cage, and it's gonna be way better than this crappy pet store cage. At the LA Guinea Pig Rescue, we recommend that a pair of boys like this have a minimum of 8 square feet, and these pet store cages, they make great carriers, and that's about it. Now, I've made dozens of CNC cages, so this should be pretty easy. They've given me directions and some info. Here's the grids, and here are the connectors. In the past, when I've made CNC cages, I don't use the connectors, I just zip tie the grids tight, because these connectors make everything a lot more flimsy and less durable. But they said that they've solved that problem with these extra good connectors, so I'm going to use them. Of course, the way this beautiful piece of coroplast is cut out, I'm going to have to use these connectors to make everything fit correctly, because this has already been pre-cut and pre-scored and pre-measured, so I have to use these. But when I make them at home, I make them without it. If you want to learn how to make your own CNC cage, you can visit my website in the cage building section, where I also have a link to cavy cages. Well, everything comes pre-scored and pre-folded, and it looks really easy to just snap this in place. That's pretty easy. Same thing on this side. Just put these tabs in. It's pretty easy. Well, I got to admit, that took no time at all. It was really easy. The one complaint that I have heard from other people and I'm seeing is that this is only about 3 inches high. So if you are using pine shavings, you might have some trouble with the pine shavings coming out, because I actually really like to use a layer of pine shavings about 2 or 3 inches deep. So if you're using pine shavings, you might find that when the piggies get excited and run around, the pine shavings go flying. But if you're using fleece, that will most likely not be a problem. Well, I'm not somebody to be extremely dogmatic, and I do have to say that these connectors are better than connectors that you would get that come with the grids. They have these teeth in here that really do seem to hold these grids in place, and the grids themselves have a narrower line, which may prevent some chewing. But if I had these grids and I was making my cage from a brand new sheet of coroplast, I would still probably zip tie these tight instead of having them. You see how there's a little bit of space between there, and if these things do pop out, then it makes it a little bit more flimsy. That looks really nice. I'm not going to use pine shavings. I'm going to use fleece. So let's get some fleece in there and let's get these boys in here. Also got a really beautiful liner from CNC Cage, and look at that, it's really nice. However, it does say in the instructions that you should wash it first. So I'm going to use the taco fleece that volunteer Valerie made for me. She's a volunteer and a friend, and she made this really nice fleece for me. So I'm going to use Taco Time now, and then I'll have this to change when I do my next change. And I really like to have smaller fleeces for the kitchen area and then a really small fleece underneath the houses, so I don't have to change this big fleece as frequently, because you want to change these probably once a day when they get wet, especially the ones underneath the houses. Got the water bottle set up. I really like this spout because it sticks out for easy use, and I do like to put it on the inside with a back. Just think it makes it easier for them than when you try to stick it through the grids. A lot of people ask me, they're like, oh, my water bottle leaks. My water bottle leaks. Well, I usually squeeze this a little tiny bit before I flip it over, and then I flick this just to get it going, and it usually builds up a nice suction. You just want to make sure that bubbles are coming out there and that this actually will deliver water. And it usually drips minimally, if at all, once you do that, and you just want to keep it full. The fuller you keep it, the less it will drip, because the more water weight will be pushing against that ball. And then I put a little fleece underneath it to catch any water that does drip. And you know what? If your biggest problem in life is that your guinea pig's water bottle leaks, I feel like you're winning the day, right? I didn't have an extra snack shack, so I used the next best thing, which is a brown paper lunch bag, and you stuff it full of hay and you rip that back corner, and you've got a nice organized way for them to eat their hay. If I want to make it just like the snack shack, I could rip another hole out here and pull it open. Look at that. Now it's just like the snack shack. So I'm feeling really good about it. I made another house out of a box, and it's got multiple entrances and exits. There's a bowl, another bowl. So let's get these guys in here. Hey guys. Hi boys. Are you ready to go to your new house? You ready to go to your new house and get out of these stinky shavings? Handsome boys. You ready, Peppa? You ready, Peppa? What about you, Mr. Pancake? Come on. Yay, this is always the best feeling, to see piggies. And I don't know if they were living in that gross pet store cage or what, but don't bother me, I'm eating. But it's really nice to see them have an appropriate size cage, a wonderful size cage. I wouldn't put two boys like this in a 2x3. I would say, even though we say 8 square feet, a 2x4, these are 14-inch grids, and a 2x4 equals 10 square feet. And I would consider this to be the minimum size that you would want for your two boys. So check out CNCCage.net and use code Scotty10 and you'll get 10% off. They have some really beautiful setups, some epic setups, and it doesn't matter what size footprint you have. They've got stackable cages so that you can make the most out of your space. That's been the mission of my channel, to help you learn how to take care of your piggies better and make it more fun, more enjoyable, and give them the best life you can. So if you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button and the bell notification, and you'll be notified every time I upload a video. And you can keep track of these guys, all my other fosters, all my rescue piggies. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. And until next time, thanks for watching.